Hey everybody, the Banga's back. Welcome to part 5 of Let's Replay MediEvil Resurrection. Alright, time to actually enter the sleeping village itself. And if I remember correctly, it's mostly just finding a bunch of items and stuff and trading them around to get new items.
Sleeping village, where you can buy the mare off for the pie.
But only the right kind of pie. Oh. Hello.
Oh, get you. He has returned, the Zero of Gallowmere. That's rather good, isn't it? I write all my own stuff, you know. Anyway, listen up, paper bag for brains. The boiler guards are looking for the Demon Claw. So, get ready to deal out some bony justice. And hey, don't hurt the villagers. They're not a bad lot. They're only violent psychos because they're possessed. So cut them some slack, okay? Now, get on with it. The more I look at you, the less I want my dinner.
Okay, so... yeah, remember that warning? Like, if you attack the villagers, you can defeat them, but you actually lose percentage for your Chalice meter. So the best time to actually kill them is if you have no meter at all.
These lazy boiler guards must be on break. Let's go pilling. Turn this place over from...
You can't take away from zero, right?
that blasted claw.
So the best thing to do is just try to find the villagers before you defeat any other enemy. Problem is, when they get separated or at least get stuck to other enemies. Okay, it's gone. There might be other villagers we have to watch out for as well. Like, it's not just like those little girls. Actually, there might be more than enough enemies that we can, just kill all the villagers, and then still get the 100% on the Chalice. Okay, we lost 1%, but it's only 1. There might be villagers inside the houses, so be careful with that. Or just, you know, eliminate them. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. I'm not your mom. Is there anything over here? Like maybe a shop? Angry note to the gardener. Until you get rid of those psychotic ducks from this pond garden once and for all, I am locking you out. Now get on that jetty and unleash a duck apocalypse. Signed, the mayor. Yes, remember to vote for me in the upcoming election. If you value your job, that is. Damn. I guess they don't really favor democracy here. Start the duck shoot. Oh god, we gotta do arrow shooting again. This is just duck hunts for tired people. Some of them are just spawning right in. Like, no rhyme or reason how they got there, they just get there. At least there's no dog to laugh at you. Don't know why there's a time limit, though. Why should there be a time limit? As long as there's ducks, I can just shoot them. And there's nothing they can do about it. Except fly to their doom. Also, at least I don't have to put the crossbow right against the screen to actually hit the ducks. That was something I did in my old duck hunt days. I would not recommend it. It seems they're a bit farther away, so I have to lead my shot more. Also flying a bit faster, too. Wait, why am I shooting more? You wanted me to kill 30 ducks. Why are you keeping me here? 35 points. Okay, that opened the way. Oh, it leads to the Chalice. Hook me up with that, fam. This is a very empty looking village. You might say everyone is sleeping. So what do I get here? Okay, you can't hit the doors open. I think I got a bit lost in my original playthrough of this as well. Open. Oh, hello. Oh, how do I move this? Oh, duh. But I don't have the rune. The Wishing Fountain, a premier village tourist attraction fed directly from the nearby river. Visitor comments. I threw in a rune key and made a wish that the residents of Sleeping Village would chill out and hello? Nothing happened. They're still trying to kill me. Now I can't even get my rune key back. Oh, can I even reach that if I... Okay, I thought I can get right on the font and I would be able to reach it. Oh, that's not gonna help. This is not open either. Let's look around a bit more. Ah, maybe I gotta jump up here. That makes sense. That's why the boxes were arranged as they were. So it might be a way to get inside the house. Oh, right here! I'm Santa now. Except Santa takes the gifts. That's the safe. What else is here? Okay, I don't think I've been into this house. I'm pretty sure that's a villager as well. I need you to move, please. Thank you. Pretty sure jumping in the water is gonna hurt me. Oh, a bottle! I haven't had a health extension in ages! This is perfect. A star rune. Don't know what's giving this room a green glow, but at least I don't have to be in here long enough to find out. See ya. Okay, now I gotta find where the star rune even goes. Maybe in the shack I was in? Aha! That was it. Bye. If I don't have to fight them, I just won't. Although I'm pretty sure wolves, however, are not necessarily native to this village, so they will have to go. Again, I'm pretty sure it's easier to just kill them all so you can have less enemies to harass you, but at the same time, I like to try to challenge myself once in a while. But only once in a while. Bust of Mr. Shanks, landlord of the Troll's Head. Lower pedestal to clean statue. Alright, how do I lower it? Is there a switch here? Oh, it's one of those, huh? Okay, I'm gonna have to kite this bitch away from me. That worked. Did it? Huh. How do I lower the pedestal then? Hmm. Don't know if I need my club anywhere. So I'm kind of just drawing a blank on what needs to be done. Maybe I can't get the pedestal yet. Wait, I think I might have passed where I needed to apply the rune. Did I? Oh no, maybe it was outside. Shit. This is also convoluted.
Greetings.
Oh, I don't think I need to buy anything, actually. This looks like the church. A crucifix once stood here, but the mayor has removed it. Find a replacement cross and see how this church should really look. Okay, we'll have to come back later. Yeah, this level's just gonna take a damn while. Oh, have I been in here? Blacksmith's Monthly. Old Man Willie Green of Gallowstown was awarded Smithy of the Year by our readers. His outstanding cast have produced many intricate and hard-wearing iron goods and sculptures. Willie only works with the finest of metals, and is particularly noted for his magnificent busts, a particularly beautiful example of which may be found at the local public house. See center pages for lithographs of Willie relaxing in his best leather apron. Oh, just another silver shield. Okay, I'll probably need that bust first. Question is, how the frick are you supposed to get it? Did I go up these stairs? I don't remember if I did. Wait, can this be hit more than once? No. Okay. Apparently that was a second set of stairs. Uh-oh. Yeah, no, we're not gonna be doing things with honor. Oh god, there's 4 of them! Okay, if they're gonna fire in unison, that makes things a tad easier to dodge. Hey, where y'all going? You cowards! Oh wait, there's 5! Like it's hard enough. Imagine if I didn't have the longbow.
Ah, where are you going? We haven't got Demon Claw. Concentrate, concentrate.
Okay, so obviously don't leave the level yet. Okay, so now what? How do I even get up there? There's gotta be another switch, maybe. Alright, let's just get this back on the longsword. I don't see where you're supposed to go! Everything just looks the same. Yeah, I don't have the rune I need for this. This is just ridiculous. I don't know where you're supposed to go. Did I not go up here? Oh yeah, I have been up here. What the fuck? That's where I got the fountain. I just drain it dry. Oh, where have I not been? Where have I not... This way, maybe? Did I really not go this way? Yeah, the amount of werewolves there shows that I did indeed not go this way. Oh, there's gaps.
Looks like we have cut off the water.
Oh, so now I can finally get that damn rune. That's how I get back using these boxes. Conveniently arranged just for me. Okay, so maybe it goes in here? It does. History of Galamir, Volume 1. It was a dark and heckish time for Galamir. Zarok, the court magician, had exceeded his job description and taken on extra responsibility. Usually this sort of initiative is to be encouraged in an employee. But noble and wise King Peregrine, monarch of the fair lands of Galamir, was less than impressed, for Zarok had begun a series of outlandish experiments on the bodies of the dead, without so much the diploma in corpse messing. Thus did Zarok, the former children's entertainer, become Zarok the necromancer. Usually that's quite a pipeline. The dead are to be honored, not kept as the playthings of former balloon animal makers, declared the king, banishing Zarok from the castle. Zarok's collection of living dead, now to be seen wandering the castle grounds, emitting unearthly moans like work experience kids on a gardening placement, were rounded up and destroyed. Zarok, having developed a kind of ego that seems to go hand in hand with two-bit illusionists who believe their own publicity, went into hiding. He vowed to wreak his revenge on the king, and rubbed his hands together a lot, and probably bought a wig. Volume 2. As time passed, rumors of continuing misdeeds spread throughout the land. And this time it wasn't just what the witches got up to in the forest when they knocked back a few mushrooms. It was whispered that Zarok had employed the aid of shadow demons to help build a vast castle and get back to work on his necromancy project. It's not clear which bank in Galamir helped refinance his effort, but if you're ever looking for an example of an irresponsible investment policy, that one's a boo-boo. With the help of an ancient artifact called the Anubis Stone, Zarok soon had a vast army of undead at his command. One can only imagine what it smelled like in that castle, like Lazarus's jockstrap probably. And then, under the cover of night, the hideous host spilled forth from his corrupt haven. The army marched south across the Silver Mountains and through the Silver Woods. Soon afterwards, even the Pumpkin Lands belonged to Zarok, and Gallows Town looked to be his for the taking. The people of the town cried out for help. "Save us, good King Peregrine," they whined. And to think that only the year before, they'd been clamoring for a democracy. King Peregrine wasn't one to bear a grudge, however, and he got his army together and marched against the undead multitude. Retaliation was swift, decisive, and satisfyingly violent. The king's forces, led by the dashing Sir Daniel Fortescue, drove Zarok's army back from Gallows Town. There was much rejoicing, but the war was not over yet. Yeah, didn't I read all these books in the first game? But I imagine they've been somewhat altered. Volume 3, Zarok's Zombie Army, which in happier times might have been a good name for a loot band, regrouped and fought back. They took the Floodlands. This caused much concern, especially among Galamir's Environment Agency, who spent a fortune redeveloping the margins with sustainable planting to protect its valuable ecosystem and waiting bird life. From this vantage point, Zarok could march west to take the Enchanted Forest. This sacred place would prove a bitter defeat if it fell into the hands of the evil sorcerer and his hygienically challenged army. Once again, the king's troops rode out. And once again, it was Sir Daniel Fortescue who led them, vowing to rid the land of the demon multitudes once and for all. Yet the evil mage, perhaps not unexpectedly given the pointy beard, was cunning. He had prepared an ambush. A titanic battle ensued. It is said that the battle and, yes, the war, would have gone to Zarok. But for the skill and valor of one man, Sir Dan Fortescue led the charge deep into the massed ranks of the undead. He felled Zarok's bodyguard, the fearful Lord Cardok, and before finally succumbing to his own mortal wounds, slew the traitorous sorcerer Zarok himself with a mighty sweep of his sword. Sir Dan's sword, not Zarok's. Zarok preferred a sort of pansy magic wand effort. Curse his girl-like ways. Yeah, let's not be judgmental. Volume 4. And so the forces of evil were destroyed, but at a terrible price. None but a handful of the king's men returned from that field. Gallowmere lost a whole generation of young men that day, including Canny Tim, the legendary crossbowman, and Fortescue's second-in-command, who fell in the first volley of arrows. Zarok's body was never found. If it should lie unmourned in an unmarked grave, then no one in Gallowmere would shed a tear. The shadow demons that had fallen under Zarok's banner were unnatural entities and all but impervious to permanent harm. With no way of slaying the hellish creatures, the king declared that they be entombed beneath the pure earth of the Enchanted Forest. So it was that the demons were imprisoned deep underground, within an impregnable box of the king's own design, where he could turn his hand to many things, among them needlepoint, ice sculpture, and box design. The tomb was magically sealed so that only the touch of a shadow demon could open it. Before the tomb was sealed, an arm was severed from a shadow demon, and forged into the artifact now known as the Shadow Demon Claw. Its touch alone formed the only key to the prison. The land of Gallowmere, at last, was safe. Oh god, there's more books here? Heroes from History, a retrospective Chapter 1. Extract from Elbows Akimbo, Gallomere's leading arm wrestling journal. Hugh. What a scorcher. Iron Hewer strikes again. Stanier Iron Hewer crushed all before him once again last night in the annual All Gallowmere Arm Wrestling Championships at the Doggett and Heave Inn. It is the 5th year in succession that he has won the title. The organizers said he can now keep the magnificent trophy, the Palm Doll. Iron Hewer is officially the world's strongest man, and a blacksmith of some repute. He once said, "I live to pound!" Anvils, wrought iron garden furniture. The squishy skulls of my enemies' heads all are but tiny tea cakes beneath the awesome power of my vengeful warhammer. He was never again asked to judge the Galamir Bonnie Baby competition. Chapter 2, from the Mongolian Magazine's Weekend Supplement. What? Mongolia is actually a real place in this universe? Born a humble peasant to one of the nomadic tribes from the Eastlands, Blond Monath Skullcleaver gathered an army of horsemen and swept over half the civilized world. When he finally died, attempting a single-handed attack on a garrison in the north while armed only with a spike on his helmet, he was the richest and most powerful peasant of his day. The questionnaire. Blood Monath Skullcleaver, what is your idea of perfect happiness? Taking limbs off with single swing. Kerchunk, a shiny, beautiful axe. And gouts of blood and stuff. Pretty. What words or phrases do you most overuse? Touch my mustache, and I eat your eyelids on toast, girly girl. What keeps you awake at night? Whimpering and howls of foolish people who have dared to cross me or shortchange me. What is your greatest fear? Creepy crawlies. How would you like to die? What? What'd you say, Blood Monath? How would you like to die, huh? Huh? Wet mouth pencil licker? Like this, maybe? With head bouncing down street, boink boink? Interview inadvertently terminated. Chapter 3, Obituary, Karl Sterngard. Karl Sterngard, noted warrior, spent most of his formative years under siege at his family castle. The siege ended when Karl yelled a 5-week-long lecture on defense over the battlements in heavily accented English. The attacking force became so bored that they went off to become celebrity chefs. In later years, his prolonged period of enclosure led him to develop a mild form of agoraphobia. As a result, he often wore a helmet visor with really tiny holes, and he became uncomfortable in the presence of the pictures that used perspective. With his impregnable magic shield, Sterngard's motto was, "The best form of attack is defense for sure." Hardly surprising, really, with a magic shield. Sadly, his shield couldn't protect him against poor eating habits, and he choked to death on a jumbo bratwurst he had failed to chew. Chapter 4, My Hero Weekly. How many chapters does this have? Q&A, Woden the Mighty. What is your greatest fear? Are you quite mad? I'm undefeated in Mortal Kombat. Ever. Even on the sequel, on the hardest difficulty. I mean, the very sight of me strikes fear into the hearts of friends and enemies alike. Not to mention close family members and pets. I'm called Woden the Mighty, for Lord's sake, not Woden the Trembly. You're lucky I don't use the skin off your back as a moist towelette, you pin-headed upstart. Sorry, what single thing would most improve the quality of your life? To be able to walk down the street without being pestered by hundreds of scantily clad dancing girls. Celebrity can be so terribly oppressive at times, but I love me public. What do you most consider the most overrated virtue? Personal hygiene. If men were meant to smell like flowers, God wouldn't have given us armpits. You can't beat the stench of raw sweat on a battlefield to strike fear into the heart of the enemy. Except maybe men in tights playing flutes. What would your motto be? Get the hell out of my way, you algae-slurping pond life. Chapter 5. From the epic poem, She Scared Their Breeches Off. A heartfelt tribute to Imanzi Shangama. Please don't hurt me. 96 doughty warriors formed defenses, and ye Amazons attacked, led by one gargantuan damsel who wath seriously stacked. And she bounded down the hillside, all ye men were took aback, staring wide-eyed at an bosom, like 2 footballs in a sack. 97, wielding her spear madly, she went through them at the run, slaying 24 soldiers 'fore ye fight had scarce begun. As ye fields got dark and blood-drenched, she howled, "That's what I call fun!" buttocks gleaming in the sunlight like 2 massive breakfast buns. Chapter 6, An Encounter with Megwyn Stormbringer. From the Battlelog of Barbarian Chieftain Hugh Kerfuffle. Chieftain spelled wrong. 627. My spy tells me the menfolk of the village are off on a hunting trip. In other words, the traveling tinkers turned up with quality Belgian ale and are all off in the woods necking barrels of the stuff. Excellent. 628. We launch our sneak attack, or as near to a sneak attack as we barbarians get. Our first wave charges headlong into the village, shrieking, waving swords, and banging kettles with ball-peen hammers. 711. No sign of attackers returning. Seems very quiet. Doubtless they are feasting on victims' homemade soup, bones of slaughtered cattle, accidentally squashed pets, etc. 804. I've got to the root of the problem. Apparently there's a homicidal lunatic female by the name of Megwin Stormbringer in the village. She has a baby under one arm, a pitchfork in the other, and is standing on a pile of dead barbarians and shouting very loudly in an indecipherable Welsh accent. Looks like it's gonna be one of those days. 1110. After tending the wounded, I send in a second wave of fearless barbarians. 90 men, plus one goat with an attitude problem. I pointed out that we are dealing with just one woman here. 1113. 12 men return. One has no legs, one no arms. Others are gibbering wrecks. Give them a severe talking to, and point out that we are supposed to be the barbarians. Gather together our remaining forces, some 40 men, and launch a determined assault on this pestilential lady. 1113-25. Thunderbolts? Where did she get thunderbolts? Not only is that not fair, it contravenes the Geneva Convention, for heaven's sake. Half my men are on fire, and the others will never need an eyebrow comb again, that's for sure. Oop, look out. Here comes the nut diarrheans. Chapter 7. Obituary, Dirk Steadfast, professional swordsman. Is there gonna be one for every single warrior in Hall of Heroes? I bet you these are Hall of Heroes characters. The pride of the northeast of Galamir, Dirk Steadfast became a professional swordsman at a young age. Critics said that he only did so because it was easier to stab someone than get them to understand his accent. Tellingly, they did not say so to his face. His deadly magical sword made Dirk Steadfast a fearsome opponent in combat, especially when combined with his firmly held belief that only women defend themselves, man. Real men always attack like. He was a friend and contemporary of Karl Sterngard and was with him even to the end. It was while Dirk explained his outspoken views on Sterngard's shield during a feast that the latter, outraged, choked on a bratwurst. Steadfast himself followed shortly afterwards in an unfortunate shaving accident. Okay, that's chapter 8. How many chapters are there? Okay, so chapter 8 is the penultimate one. I guess I can read the rest now that I've gotten this far. Sorry, everyone. Extract from Cheerio magazine, at home with Prince Ravenhooves. It comes as no surprise to find that Prince and Jemima Ravenhooves, the archer's home, is palatial, largely because it is a palace. It has everything that the last of the great centaur princes requires, including 26 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms, a purpose-built archery range, sunken spa, and mucking out area. The prince claims no credit for the decor in this beautiful residence. However, all this that you see, it is down to my beautiful wife. He smiles charmingly, drumming his hooves on the piano lid. All I do is provide the money for the frittering away of. But where does he get the funds to maintain such a lavish lifestyle? My family is very rich, of course, he murmurs. I won more than my fair share of flat races, too. We are very lucky, he adds. We feel this every day. Particularly my wife, because I tell her she is. Descended from the finest centaur bloodstock, Prince Ravenhooves the Archer is the last prince of his people. His people will be proud of him. A haughty aristocrat. He is an accomplished hunter, sportsman, duelist, playboy, raconteur, and 3 times Derby winner. It was a privilege to see inside his home, although we're sending him the bill for the shoe cleaning. Copyright Cheerio Magazine. Chapter 9. Captain of the militia in the time of King Peregrine, Sir Daniel Fortescue found fame when he killed the renegade wizard Zarok. A career soldier raised in the royal household, he was adored by the men under his command and renowned for his loyalty to Galamir. It was said that Fortescue was always destined for greatness, with his square jaw, steely gaze, and thick shock of hair as black as raven's wings. He looked every inch the hero. Jesus Christ, they put all that in one book? There's more! So, well, this one's not very long. Tourist Guide to Galamir, Part 1. The land of Galamir is a wondrous land of breathtaking sights and adventure. If it's beauty you are looking for, be sure to check out the sights of the Enchanted Forest, where happy fairies flit from tree to tree crying, "Chase me! Chase me!" as cheerful members of the loyal constabularies set off in pursuit. Scale the heights and see the nests of giant dragon birds. Seek out weird and wonderful plant life. Join the Dragon Toad Safari, where you'll meet and pet these playful critters in their natural environment. Hard hat and goggles required. Or why not take a walk through the Pumpkin Valley, the place where all your vegetable-themed dreams come true. Pumpkin is Galamir's favorite dish, and about now the valley is just bulging under the weight of young podlings awaiting harvest. Yummy. Part 2. If it's mystery you're looking for, then the seasoned adventurer should travel to King Peregrine's towering castle. Yes, this is the fortress where King Peregrine held court over 100 years ago. It is said that the king's crown was lost in the dungeons below the castle, and that his royal ghostliness now haunts those cold stone passageways. Spooky. Why not take to the coast and seek out the raucous thrill of Scurvy Docks, home to Galamir's saltiest of sea dogs? This colorful harbor town offers up a blend of fun, press gangs, and watery danger that only the ignorant and uncool of travelers could resist. Sign up today! Jesus Christ, that's a lot of reading. And we can smash all these bookcases, too. Oh, we got a crucifix cast. We'll be needing that for sure.
The cast. Now we just need molten metal. No problemo.
Okay, well... Hang on. Do I still have any keys on me? I still have all these tokens, a crucifix cast. Oh yeah, I got the Earth Room. Where the hell does that go to? I think if I can get that, bust, that'll make things work out for me. Oh, I needed to use the rune here. Excellent. The landlord bust.
Damn, that is ugly, like first wife. Let's melt it down, quick.
Okay, well, I know the place where we can melt it. And we do have that cast after all.
Hurry, comrades, tear this place apart. If we don't find the demon claw, Zarok will have us mucking out the lavatories for the next millennium.
Okay, guess we're gonna have to start sniping him. This should help fill up the chalice too, I'm sure. It's a bit confusing when you have to hold two buttons most of the time, because I often let go of the wrong one. Like that, see? Okay. I think that was all of them. Okay, now I just gotta remember what house I'm supposed to go in. It had a horseshoe on it. Where is that now? Oh, there it is.
I will leave you to work bellows. My back is playing up again.
Do you just put it in here? Oh, you had to put the cast in first. It worked. Now we got the crucifix. So now that we have it, we can go to the church. Okay, my chalice is only at 81%, so I'm kind of concerned. Aha! That's a big key.
Done before those coal-fired boot boys trash it completely.
Alright, we'll just trash them. It's that simple. Yeah, let's just get in here now and use the key. Wait a minute, oh, the table, of course. There's the Shadow Demon Claw. Oh, did I not go this way? Yeah, I didn't go this way, because that's where the money is. But now that I got the claw, I can exit the level, but if I exit the level, I'm still not at 100%. Oh, maybe don't go that way. I forgot that's open now. Good thing I stopped myself at the last moment. Wait. That's only 81%. What? I'm pretty sure if I just go back and kill the other people, I'm just gonna run out of enemies, or... Yeah, I'd be out of enemies. There's not enough. How the hell was I supposed to get it? What? How did I screw this up? There's no more boulder guards. There's no wolves. There's nothing. I can't get it to 100%. I'm fucked. Did killing any of these, biddies even with? Like those little dolls? Even at 0% screw me over? I thought I heard more wolves down here. I was getting a renewed sense of hope. Oh man. How did I do this wrong? I don't think killing the populace would actually spawn more enemies, right? Watch. Jeez, that went down 7... That just went down 10%. Holy shit, that's a big drop. I would think there'd be more than enough enemies there. Because I barely kill that many people in the game. Holy shit, that's bullshit. Alright, I decided to replay the whole level, and this time did not take care of any of those little girls. And I managed to get 100% on the Chalice before completing the whole level, so I can just exit at any time.
The Hall of Heroes, where they feast and make merry unto eternity. Yes, even on a school night.
Okay, at least I already cleared the level prior, so I don't have to replay everything. Oh, hello.
Greetings again, good Captain Fortescue. My heart glows to see that you're still alive, Sirrah. Gosh, but I miss the camaraderie of serving with you. All cuddled in together, keeping warm at night, telling scary stories until we're afraid to put the light out. In fact, in memory of those marvelous times, I'd like you to have my most cherished of crossbows, designed specifically for heroes just like you. I never got round to using it properly, what with Zarok killing me prematurely and all that, but I'd love you to shoot something into his eye for me, for old time's sake.
If we get to use the crossbow on Zarok, that is. Oh, it has its own bolts, huh? Don't know why they can't just share the same ammo, but then again, it would make the crossbow itself obsolete. So that could be why. Alright, I think this would be a good time to stop here, and then the next episode we'll go into Scarecrow Fields. See you later, everyone. Thanks for watching.